Howdy, my name is Sonia Guevara, and today I will be talking to you about my project titled Attendance Matters, and it's a study on changing attendance behaviors through the use of positive reinforcement in a fourth grade classroom. Currently, more than 7 million students are missing so many days of school that they are actually academically at risk. The good news is that chronic absences is a solvable problem. We can track patterns about the students who miss school and implement an intervention program in order to yield positive results for the students that really need it. The purpose of this action research project is to determine the effectiveness of an intervention program that aims to improve negative attendance patterns in elementary age children. The study not only focused on general attendance but also on students who are always late to class. The intended outcomes included a positive outlook on attendance, a decrease in the number of days that the students did not come to school, and a decrease in the amount of times the student was tardy. I conducted this project within my own classroom. The 7 students chosen for this project are 4th graders who attend an inner city elementary school in the Houston Independent School District. 3 of them are female and the other 4 are male. All 7 of them receive free and reduced lunch. 2 of them are English language learners, and 1 of them has chronic asthma. When I started this project, the first thing I wanted to do was be able to meet one-on-one with each of the 7 students during a Monday morning conference. I created this very simple questionnaire, just had 2 questions, and we filled it out together. The first question was, do you know how many times you've been absent or late to school, and why have you been absent or late to school this many times? We used data from February and we tried to fill out the answers together. Some of the more common responses that I received were, I wake up on time but my brother takes forever to get ready, my mom's alarm doesn't ring sometimes, I keep waking up late, or my mom didn't wake up on time. The following is one of these conversations. Do you know how many times you've been late to school in February?
A lot.
Okay, so far you have 5. Why are you usually late to school?
Sometimes I'm usually late because my mom, she works late.
Okay.
And my dad, he works during the afternoon. So he tries to take us early. And it's also because my sisters always play around.
They play around in the morning?
A lot.
Do you set an alarm?
Yeah, I set an alarm.
You set it? Yeah, and then what happens when the alarm rings? In addition to having the conferences with the students, parents also receive the following letter identifying how many times their student have been absent or late and reminding them of the campus goal. I created the following student-friendly tracker for the students to be held accountable for their attendance. The trackers have a space for every single day out of the week. Students got a sticker every time they were either present or on time. There is also a space at the bottom of the tracker where we created a new goal for the following week. These are some examples of some filled out trackers. At the end of the week, we either reevaluated the goal or we just made a whole new one. For example, if a student had been on time for 3 days out of that week, then the goal for the next week was to be on time 4 days out of the week. Students who met their weekly goals were rewarded by joining the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club was held every Monday and it consisted of the teacher bringing donuts to the students. It is Donut Monday, bright and early with the donuts.
I have a donut.
The results demonstrate that the intervention yielded positive results for the students. The number of absences from February to March decreased or showed no change. When tracking tardies, 3 out of the 7 students decreased their absences by at least 1 per month. Another 3 showed no change, and the last student did not demonstrate any progress. Showing no change in the result can be interpreted as a positive result because 2 out of those 3 students had not been tardy in February and they were not tardy in March either. For these students, the intervention was used as a preventive measure rather than a corrective one. Students suffering from chronic absences continue to be absent but with less frequency. 4 out of the 7 students did not miss a single day in the month of March. One of these students had been absent 4 times in February. The excuses for the students were usually vague with no actual doctor's note. This student did not miss a single day in March and received all 4 invitations to the Monday morning breakfast club. The project did have several limitations. For starters, it's impossible to know if there was any other factor that actually contributed to the success. There could have been another teacher or another administrator who was already performing another intervention. There could have also been a change in the routine at home. And since I did not actually follow up with the letter, it's impossible to know what effect that had on the parents. In addition, teachers could argue that this type of intervention is intrusive and it takes away time for the teacher. It requires the teacher to spend money and come up with incentives. If it was adopted into a school-wide plan, it would be recommended for the administrative team to help in the process of coming up with an incentive program that could be cost-effective. Lastly, the idea of rewarding students for coming to school is highly criticized. Many argue that this is setting up students for failure. As students become older, they are going to be required to take ownerships for their decisions, and their decisions can have serious repercussions for them. When students get to the college and professional level, it's going to be very important for them to have intrinsic motivation and not be waiting for a reward in order to show up on time.